Dungrunglung is a place where I had 2 of my players die. Well, to be fair, they signed their own death warrant. You see, the Grung speak just Grung. So when greeted an audience with the King Groak, we had to use my whiteboard to represent them drawing with a stick in mud in the swampy area. That was the stand-in for the only way they could communicate. Plus they had the capability of miming, and my son's character mimed that they were here just for the XP. So this camp contains about 60 Grung. And therefore, yes, my 2 players were defeated. Grung are aggressive and territorial. And the colours of these things show their ranks, but also their role in society, their jobs. So we have King Groak, and he is a gold elite warrior, and wears a circlet of blasting, and is absolutely in charge, for now. There's a red elite warrior called Krook, who is the priest, and kind of second in command, I guess. But she is the weak link in this chain. She fears that the king will see through the fact that she doesn't actually believe that summoning Nang Nang will make it want to get jiggy with the king. So she's hoping that the adventurers might be able to help her create a fake Nang Nang using Nolzur's marvellous pigment. This is a magical paint, which means that you paint in a 100-foot square cube and it becomes a real non-magical object. So up to now, Krook has been foretelling of the god's arrival just as a way to keep her life. The books wants you to have this magical pigment to be a reward for doing this chapter part, but I would really say do not do that, because having the ability to create things of substance out of nothing, where does that end? So have just enough usage to recreate this fake god, or delete it from the options entirely. Anyway, she also gives them a ring of jumping, so that's enough. This pigment thing, I wouldn't, if you're going to use it, don't worry about the mechanics of it so much. It's just 3 consecutive rolls, and, you know, successes are going well, and you can comedically talk about the rolls that are bad, you know, it's cross-eyed, I don't know. Anyway, there's also Rourke, an orange elite warrior, who wants everyone's attention on defeating the undead swarms that keep encroaching on this area. This Grung can be swayed on side to the party if they're up for killing any undead nearby. In Volo's guide we get a variant table where poisons from each of the different colours takes effects. From shouting loudly to wanting nothing more than to go and wallow in mud. A regular Grung is AC 12, hit points 11 average, only a speed of 25 but can climb. Any creature that grapples the Grung or touches its skin does a DC 12 con save or becomes poisoned for a minute. You can have the Grung do massive leaps. They have daggers of +4, 4 piercing damage and a con save of 12 to take 5 more poison damage. And then these top-notch elite warriors are AC 13 with 50 average, similar speeds, the same poisonous skin, the same jump about. Dagger is +5 for 5 piercing, con save of 12 and 5 poison damage. But they also have a short bow, +5, hits for 6, a save, and then 5 poison damage. Mesmerising Cheer. If you fail a DC 12 wisdom save, you are stunned by this weird noise. A Grung Wildling is AC 13 or 16 with Barkskin, 27 average health, the same 25-foot speed, poisonous skin, but it's a spellcaster. So Cure Wounds, Jump, Barkskin, Spike Growth, Plant Growth, and the same sort of dagger and short bow, so it's a spellcaster. Arriving at this place, be aware that it's in the centre of a lot of high undead area to the north, and to one side there's a general amount of undead, but read into that what you will. Take a monster from the jungle, such as ape, and make it an undead one. Things are being polluted around this area. Have it missing a limb if you need to balance it a bit to not make it such a threat. But yeah, just zombie jungle life. 1. Entering the maze isn't as easy as just sticking to the left wall, since the maze changes every minute. Now my group had a PC who could fly, and I think that from above he just saw normal jungle, magical stuff, you know, hidden. Don't try spoil my fun with magic or I'll just magic right back at you. Travelling through the maze results in 6 survival D20 tests to finally reach the central commune. We're given a table for any of these DC 15 checks which fail. This could result in more battling or a skip to the end doorway. 2. They are greeted by a handful of grung, who only speak grung, who come out of their little reed huts. Remember, there's 60 plus grung here. Describe the central shrine surrounded by water. And these grung are very protective of their community. And the PCs are strongly outnumbered. 3. If they make their way to this shrine without being led, have 8 orange grung guards attack. 4. Inside the shrine is King Grok, with 6 blue grung, who prepare glowing fungi. And also Rourke, his main orange commander. They'll probably be able to see at the bottom of this pool green crystals and a few coins. 5. Huts of the grungs where families pack tight in little muddy enclosures. 6 is a lake with a few fish in it and scattered bones of previous meals at the bottom. 7. Now my players ended up here in these pits, which are like graves cut into the floor, with a strong wooden cage over the top. 2 green guards patrol here. Now breaking out is possible, but you've got no weapons because they'll have been taken off you and put somewhere. And then all these grung would just, as they did in my game, just kill the players. I had Crook come here to speak to the prisoners, but they chose grinding XP instead, so they died.